Hi, Dr. Dolly. I have a question about disability insurance. For someone who plans on becoming financially independent and canceling a disability insurance halfway through their career, do you recommend a level premium or a graded premium? And second question, how many years does it take to reach a break-even point with a graded premium? Thanks for all you do.
Okay, Steven's drank the Kool-Aid, right? He's been reading the Physician on Fire blog. He's been doing all the white coat investor recommendations. He's planning on becoming financially independent halfway through his career. And he's thinking maybe he can save some money on a graded premium policy. Let's talk about graded premium versus level premium policies, how many years it might take to break even, which companies offer them, et cetera.
Sure. Well, here's what I'd say. This is, from my standpoint, worked with thousands of doctors through the years. And, this isn't one of those things, the proverbial hill to die on for us. We're happy if you get graded or level, depending on what your plans are. What we have found, typically, Guardian has a graded premium option. That's the one we see most people use if they're going to do graded is with Guardian. And we've done a lot of calculations. What we found out is typically between years 12 and 14 is where the annual crossover point is. So once you get past that 12 to 14 years, you're paying more on an annual basis. It typically takes about till you're 18 to 20, before the cumulative amount that you've paid becomes more than you would have if it was level. So for some people who say, hey, look, halfway through my career is 15 years down the road, you could probably save some money going graded. The one thing we always bring up, and I will go ahead and self-disclose and say most of our clients, they do get level premium. I think the reason is because I just asked them one question. I say, look, there are some people who know exactly, they're very convinced that they know exactly what life is going to look like for the next 20 to 30 years. And they're very solid on their plans and they know, all that kind of stuff. But then there's a lot of people who say, you know what, how I feel about taxes, how I feel about lifestyle, how I feel about being insured could be very, very different 15 years from now. And so I may get there. And even if I become financially independent, I may look around and say, yeah, but for $200 or $300 a month or whatever it is, because you got it way back a long time ago when you were healthy and young and had discounts, I really couldn't replace this just yet. So even though I'm financially independent, maybe I want to keep a little bit of this disability insurance around. And the last thing you want is to get there, and it gets really steep and expensive later if it's graded. So the last thing you want to do is get there and have this thing ballooning up and getting super expensive and causing you to make a different decision than you would have otherwise. So it's kind of one of those things. You got enough stuff in your life that's kind of different. It's changing on you, shifting sand all the time. The medical world in general is. And so to have that kind of locked in level, the peace of mind that's there, you can keep as long as you want. It doesn't change. That peace of mind is good. But like I said, if you're the kind of person, I know there's guys in my office right now who are like, I would never buy level. I would buy graded. And they're more detail oriented and they kind of map things out. And they're like, I know exactly how long I want disability insurance for. I think it's perfectly fine. You just have to know if you make a mistake in that regard, it could get really expensive later on.
So which companies? Just Guardian? That's the only one that offers it?
Guardian's the only one that we've done a graded option with. I'm pretty sure that Mass Mutual offers a graded option, although we've never really used that with them. And I think there's some stair stepping that Standard has done in the past too, but Guardian's the only one that we've done graded options with.
Do you want your questions answered by the White Coat Investor? Record your question at whitecoatinvestor.com/YQA or click the link in the description.